Rain, rain, stay away as we're ready to start the Great American Race in Monday prime time on Fox.
Yes, sir. We've already talked about it. She's going to be a wild one. We're going to see some sparks fly. We got to get this baby started. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys, and Danica.
In this opening lap in the number 1.
I think he's hunting his teammate, that red car right there, Juan Pablo Montoya.
Yeah, they had a plan. They were going to get hooked up.
So strategy not a problem for McMurray. And two-car tandem. Talk about teammates that have hooked up. Greg Biffle and his Roush Fenway Ford teammate Matt Kenseth and Carl Edwards. 3 Fords.
Trouble already.
The wall. Slams to the outside. It's 5-time champion Jimmy Johnson. He collects Danica Patrick and the 34 of David Reagan.
Trevor Bayne, the 21 car, winner from last year. You see him involved?
Kurt Busch is involved.
I'm a little worried about Jimmy. He took a hard lick right in the door. And there's the HenryCar.com Chevrolet of Kurt Busch. He's got damage.
1 lap and 600 feet. And it's calamity.
Oh my gosh. Jimmy took a really, really hard lick, that second lick.
David Reagan's Ford, his first outing for Front Row Motorsports. Busch will make it back around to the pits.
Both of our winners from the Daytona races last year involved. Trevor Bayne won the 500. David Reagan won the July race.
When you see the replay of this and you see what Danica did, you won't believe it.
All right, let's keep an eye on Jimmy Johnson. He's right tucked up underneath the 78 of Regan Smith.
Ooh, just got a little tap in the back end.
I believe that might have been Elliott Sadler in 33.
Elliott Sadler gave him just a little tap. Right here's what I was talking about. Watch Danica. Right there, she gets some damage, but then watch her go down. Jimmy's car's total, but watch her right here. Right between those 2 cars.
First caution of the night, lap 2. Here's another look. Look at that outside lane and the blue car that's second in line.
You see, Jimmy just gets a little bit loose, and when he corrects, it just overcorrects, and into the fence it goes. And then he gets a really hard lick right here. That's the one that really worried me. He got that right in the driver's door.
Darrell, what was one of our Goodyear keys? Don't push me in the left rear. This tri-oval can be pretty treacherous.
Now from the blimp, watch for the green car as Danica Patrick comes into frame from the top of your screen.
You see right here, Jimmy's getting ready to get a hard lick, but here's Danica right here. She gets some damage off of Jimmy Johnson's car there, but I do not. This is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Watch this car go right, but these 2 cars, these guys are all wrecking, and she goes right in between them.
A big chain reaction crash as Johnson's car just clogs the racetrack. And the 34, David Reagan, had car to the outside, car to the inside, nowhere to go. We'll ride with Danica Patrick.
He was just looking. Inside 2 wide. Oh, slow. Check up. Go low, 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 low.
And now with Jimmy Johnson.
Inside only.
All the drivers involved have either climbed out of their cars or driven back to the pits. They're okay, but what a hard hit.
These guys, I've seen a lot of wrecks in stock cars in NASCAR, but these guys have all taken a lesson from Danica Patrick. They have seen what she does when she's been in some hard wrecks, and they've taken their hands off the wheel, and he is hurt. He took a hard lick. He's got the wind knocked out of him, I'm sure.
And that wraparound headrest certainly helps to contain movement, as does the Hans device, the head and neck support. And these are the cars involved. Since winning the 500 in 2006, Jimmie Johnson's average finish in this race has been in the mid-30s. Five-time NASCAR champion Jimmie Johnson took a hit into the wall and then a hard hit from David Reagan as cars piled in, including Danica Patrick. Matt Yoakum in her garage.
Disappointing start to the 500 for Danica Patrick, Mike. A lot of cosmetic damage, but Greg Zipadelli could see right from the pit wall significant damage underneath the left rear of this 10 machine. Possibly truck arm broken. They were going to survey the damage back in the garage. Going to lose a lot of laps. Krista?
If Trevor Bayne is going to defend his Daytona 500 win, he is going to have to do it the hard way. Some serious damage on the front end of their Ford machine. The left rear is where the team was seriously working on pit road. They had the hammer out, tearing the sheet metal, banging the sheet metal away from the tire to avoid a tire rub. It's going to be a long night for Trevor Bayne.
NASCAR has several mechanisms by which drivers laps down can get laps back. As Kevin Harvick comes out of the pits, on each caution flag, the first car 1 lap down gets a free pass and comes all the way around. But other cars can stay out on caution flags and regain a lap provided they do not pit. It's called the wave around, and we'll explain it when we see it.
Let's ride with Jimmy and see if we can get a handle on exactly what happened here. You heard his spotter say looking on the inside, and he got clipped on the inside. You can see right there, that's a heck of an impact.
Elliott Sadler, driver of the 33, passed along his apologies. He was the driver who got into the back of Jimmie Johnson. That's how that got started.
Pretty amazing how tight they're racing here. Jimmie Johnson started 8th, 2 drivers at the rear that was involved.
We're getting ready to restart the Daytona 500. Here's Steve Burns.
With Jimmie Johnson just out of the care center. Jimmy, 2 very hard impacts. You're going to take a look at the replay. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I'm good. You know, the last hit when I got hit in the door was pretty hard, but we're just all trying to make our lane work, and a lot of energy in the lane. I was kind of pushing the 78 a little bit. I could feel some help from behind, and just turned me around, sent me down to the inside lane and back up to the outside lane. And then when I was sitting in the middle of the racetrack, I knew at some point someone was going to come along, and unfortunately, you know, David Reagan, I know where to go, but unfortunately got drilled by him pretty hard. So, man, I'm just really, really bummed to start the season this way. For all the hard work that's gone into getting this Lowe's Chevrolet ready for tonight, and I don't even think I completed 2.5 miles of green flag racing, so pretty bummed.
Glad you're okay, Jimmy.
Thank you.